Rich People Problem is the movie I'm reviewing today. This movie is on Ruth Kadiri 24/7. A couple of this movie talks about this young prince who ended up sleeping with the priestess of the village, and now the gods says this man is for them. So now this prince was also betrothed to this young lady. Now this young lady took it upon herself because of love and went through some spiritual battle, sacrifices, just to make sure that the prince comes back to her despite what the prince did. I mean, this movie is a little bit confusing, but that's how best I can put it for you guys to know what the movie is about. Now let's talk about what I like about this movie. I want to talk about costume. That is one thing I like about this movie. Yes, costume is so good for this production. I like it a lot. From the king's costume, the queen's, princesses of France's costume, to Timini's costume. Costume in general was really good. And then Ruth Kadiri as the priestess, everything, her makeup, the hair, just looking good all around, and that is something that I really like. I think I've criticized her movie where I said this costume does not depict royalty. So I don't know if you watched it. Most of her movies afterwards, the royalty costume wise is always nailing. From the movie she did with Too Sweet Annan and Francis to this one, costume wise for this movie, I like it. There was no mistake anywhere. The makeup on everyone in the palace were good. The bodyguard's costume, the maidens or maids costume, and then generally everyone in this movie, they look good. Even those who were not royalty, they actually look good. So costume for me in this project was really good. I like it. So kudos to her. At least something came correct out of this movie, which is costume, is what I really like about it. Another thing I like about this movie is location. I don't know if this movie was shot in Lagos. If it was shot in Lagos, then I can say that Lagos is actually a big city. Lagos do have some settings that looks like a village. I don't know where she shot this movie, but I really like the location for this movie. The village setting was really giving it raw and authentic for me, and I think I like that a lot. And then the palace, it was also looking good. It was actually looking like a palace, and I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, so location wise was really good. And then the priestess and then the priest, we had two different, like that's Ruth, who was controlling this village as the priestess, and then of course we had another priest for another village or neighboring village. Location for me was really good. It was just giving me that rich Asaba movie, which I missed a lot. So I think I like the location for this movie. I don't know about you, but for me, I really like the location. So Ruth, wherever you shot this movie, this was a location she was supposed to use for that movie. She used for Annabelle, and then you guys know that movie. I was so angry with that movie when I did the review of it. So she has improved. I think when they listen to critics, when they watch reviews and they take one or two things out of it, you can't take everything and add on everything. You take one, you correct one, and we keep it moving. So for me, location was just good for me in this movie. I like the location. Now, even location in terms of even the house, there were some position or some shots in the house that was done so well, and I like all of that pretty much. Next thing I want to talk about that I really like is Timini's acting. It seems like Timini acting in the last 4 or 5 movies he has been in, it's all about bad boy T, like bad boy T to the core. I don't know what he's playing into that character, but in every movie that I've seen him play that bad boy T, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I've seen 3 movies so far that is where he's the bad boy T, just sleeping or love women to his satisfaction. I enjoyed it. I don't know why. I think I like it. It might be outplayed. I've seen some critics where they say, Timini is beginning to get boring. Well, yeah, it will get boring at a point, but for me, I think I like it in this movie. You know, he loved women. He's cheating despite him having a wife or a woman who loves him, or a betrothed wife. You know, I like his character. I just enjoy watching him play bad boy T. So that was something that I like about him in this movie. Last two things I want to appreciate about this movie that I like is Frances Nwabunike's acting. She has actually improved. I think in this movie, for me, I was not finding her acting great watching, especially when she's interacting with Timini and she's trying to express her emotions. I enjoyed Francis pretty much in this movie. I don't know, you guys, again, if you've watched some of my previous videos or reviews about Francis, I talked about not really enjoying her acting. I think I keep saying that, you know, sometimes or most time practice make perfect. So I think that she's improving. I mean, she has been in the game 2 years, 1 year plus, I don't know, but yeah, in the course of you know, just acting, she's improving. Here she was able to at least give us a lot or a bit of emotions that you can at least connect with and feel her pain, how she was feeling when, you know, the husband or the husband to be is just playing around. You could feel her pain. I think if you watch it and without being biased, you relate with what I'm trying to say. So Frances, I think she has improved in this movie. You guys know that when I'm criticizing a movie or, you know, reviewing a movie, I do it based on the project or based on the movie I am talking about. So for me in this movie, Frances nailed her character. I enjoyed her in most of the scenes, and I think I want to appreciate that. Lastly, what I like is that this movie was also posted in the right frame size at 16.9. I think I appreciate that. I always mention that because it aids to my viewing pleasure. When the movie is too tiny for my phone or my screen, it kind of irritates me, kind of make me angry and very irritated, and I kind of question why I'm actually watching this movie, because I'm not finding it satisfying for my viewing pleasure. So that's why I always mention about the size and length of a movie, not only other aspect that makes up a movie. Of course, if you are posting a video or a movie on a platform, you should post them in their right frame size for that platform. I don't think you are going to be posting a 16.9 video frame size for a TikTok video. Do you get what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Even if you are watching something on a PC and then the movie is vertical or the video is vertical, I don't think you're going to enjoy what you are watching. So I think that is why I mostly mention about frame sizes when I'm reviewing most of this movie. So I just want to put that across, because I've seen some comments where people are like, why do you keep saying this? So yeah, so just in case you watch this review to this end, that is the reason why. Moving on to what I hate about this movie. Now, it is no more what I don't like, because obviously YouTube now is like going to be, or it's almost like our #1 streaming platform for Nollywood movies, because aside cinema and Netflix, YouTube it is. So we expect something good. Production, I mean, not put in your 100% resources, but give us something worth watching. So that is why I'm now saying what I actually hate about a movie. But pretty much what I do not like is the same, guys. So let's get into what I do not like about this movie. First off, let me start with the storyline. You guys remember when I was talking about a recap of this movie, I could not even pinpoint exactly where and how to summarize or give a recap of this movie. That is how confusing the storyline is. I hate it so much. The storyline seems like a joke. The prince was fantasizing and sleeping with the priestess. He ended up doing that, which obviously the priestess was also in agreement, because the priestess was not drunk, in as much as there was a point where the priestess was saying that, I mean, he was drunk, He was drunk, you were not drunk, but you allow a drunk person to sleep with you. He did not defile you or did not force you. So what are we watching? Does it make sense to you as a this movie actually is going to reduce your IQ. If you want me to be fair, it is going to question why you're wasting your time watching it. And that is so sad, because Ruth has been in the game for a while, so some of this production or the storyline she puts out is so questionable and is making a lot of people to criticize her. And this is sad, because I really like Ruth Kadiri. Sometimes I really want to defend her in some of these comment section, and it's sad. And I find it so hard to believe that she was once loved by people. Now that YouTube Nollywood is becoming a lot more saturated, because almost every actor has their own channel now, so there's more production going on YouTube. So the attention is not going to be on you forever, which obviously is what Ruth is suffering from. So some of this storyline, I ask myself, do they sit down and watch the movie themselves before posting it on the platform for their fans or for people to watch? I don't think so, because this storyline is zero. It gives nothing. Why will this happen? A prince sleeping with a princess, and the princess think, okay, yeah, the god says you are now mine. Hello, the god didn't say anything. She was just saying that because she actually liked the prince for herself. And then because of that, the betrothed wife has to now go and do things to cancel what the priestess has. It doesn't make sense. And then the king and the queen are confused that their child cannot marry a priestess. The king say, well, you can, the prince has to do what the priestess say. The queen say, no, like, what the hell is this? And this brings me to the title of this movie, Rich People Problem. They should have said the priest, the mumu, and then the betrothed. I don't know, the title should have been something different. What the F is rich people so which one is rich people problem? Is it the royalty who are the rich and their problem, or the priestess, or which one is it? From this movie, it will give you headache. The movie will question your thinking ability and make you dump. It will make you feel like, is this child play, Abi? Is this something serious happening here? This movie, and I cannot even blame people who criticize Ruth Kadiri's movie, because this is one typical movie where you question the storyline a lot, and I hate to break it to you, this movie gives zero sense. It gives zero sense. And if you have watched it, let me know what you guys think genuinely, not those comments that you guys drop under the movie. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, I hate it so much. The title, the storyline, everything is just zero. Then let's bring it to acting. I don't know, the king has been acting in Ruth Kadiri projects before. I'm not too sure. The queen, I don't think I've seen her in any movie before. I'm not too sure either. The only faces obviously are like the three main characters that I've seen, and then one or two people who are always background characters in Ruth Kadiri's movies. The royalty acting did not give. They don't look like royalty. There's no authority anywhere. They were looking so soft. No, acting wise, yeah, everything was looking like a joke. Everybody was looking like a joke in this movie, and it's so sad. Like, what? Oh my goodness, Asaba people self will not act what they did in this movie, and that is how sad this movie is. I don't understand. Maybe it's one of those movie or one of those pressure where she wants to release movie on Thursday. I think that is what happened in this movie, and it's so sad. And people keep giving her movie ratings very low, and it makes me sad. I don't understand. Ruth, guy, it's sad. Yeah, it is really sad. Another thing I hate about this movie is cinematography. I used to praise Ruth Kadiri's cinematography a lot. You guys know that. Not like dull, brownish, I don't know, there's this color grading that some of this production editing crew uses that I hate. I used to like Ruth Kadiri's cinematography a lot. I don't know what happened in this project. I hate it. Most of the scenes were too dark. Even broad daylight, it was dark, and I'm like, why was that the case? So I don't like the cinematography for this movie. At some point it's too bright and too dark at the same time. I don't know how to put it. I mean, if the color is yellow, you see that the yellow has overseen the yellowing. And I was in color grading for me was in 8 for me in this movie. This review is really long. This is how I really want to say a lot about this movie. It's so sad for me to just say so many bad things about this movie. Ruth, I don't know. You need to up your game, Mama. Please. And it's sad to see. Last two things I want to talk about is how long this movie is. This movie is 2 hours plus. Yeah, and obviously you guys know the rest. I want to say I wouldn't waste time and watch a movie like that. So yeah, it is what it is. Then next thing, which is last but not the least thing I want to talk about, is how they made Francis look like a mumu in this movie. I mean, some people say they can actually relate that you love someone, you sacrifice yourself, but this is 2025, guys. Some of this storyline doesn't really make sense in today's age, because you are not yet married to the man. The man has gone to commit a lot of sins. Why is it that he is not the one to do things to correct what he has done? Why should it be another person, which obviously is the betrothed wife, to go and do things to come and correct what he did just because he will love him to that extent? He committed a sin and you are paying the price for him to be free, and for him to go to another neighboring village to go and be doing communal service and do things. It doesn't make sense for me. It really did not make sense, to be frank with you. It was giving ancient storyline, which could have been done in a very better setting. I don't know, but it just didn't day, and it is sad to see. So yeah, those are the things I hate. Cinematography, length, acting, storyline, title, everything is giving 0. Rating this movie, I'm going to give it 2/10. Yeah, I shouldn't even be rating it that much, but it is what it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching this review. I know this review is quite long. There's so many things I want to say, but yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next movie review.